Pro players use lots of secret tricks to find out where their enemies are hiding. Today I'm going to show you exactly what they do. Hello and welcome back to the MVP Gaming channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you exactly what I do to spot our enemies when we're going from place to place.
And what you'll discover also in this video is what is Danny's or IGL's little voice in his head. What does it think? What does it do when looking for enemies? And this will be very useful for you to discover what you can do exactly to spot them as efficiently and effectively as all the teammates on the MVP Gaming team.
So here we go, guys. We are going to be dropping into Pachinki and we're going to be doing our best to spot out the enemies where they are, and I'm going to be giving you little tips along the way, so I hope you find it useful and I hope you enjoy the video. And also remember to leave us a thumbs up and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. That would be really appreciated, and then you'll never miss out on any of the latest tips and tricks. So here we go. We've got one squad with us, so already when I'm in the air I'm using the eyeball to spot our enemies, see who's coming down close to us. I think there was one squad above, I don't know if they left or not. Yeah, they're still with us here, they're coming down on the right side. So that information I can now use to choose where I'm going to land. If I beat them down, maybe I can go to the same place as them, get a gun fast and take them out with it. Or if they beat me down, they slightly faster jump, then basically I can go further away and play a bit safer and take my time over the fight. Okay, so one's just landed here, so I've got a gun and he hasn't. So that's why we're going to deal with this guy pretty fast. Nice one, Akashi. So that's one of the main things. Obviously when you're spotting out enemies, you're going to listen out for gunshots. That's the biggest tell about where enemies are. So we know there's one on 240 ways, southwest ways over there. He has got a Scar as well, and we haven't got a helmet, so that could be lethal. So we are going to move as a squad and we're all going to go west. Yeah, and I've just heard a footstep there as well. So all these sound cues, I think he's in this building here. I think he might be downstairs. I think he might be just there.
Take bullet.
Very near me.
Oh, he's just headshot.
Maybe my house. More footsteps around.
Nice. And that's what I was saying there about how it can't be good to push. Yeah, can I get a rev? It's never good to push upstairs without a helmet, because that can happen. You can just get one-shotted in the face, especially by an AKM. It's never going to end well for you.
Whenever you... I'm not sure.
Oh, that's not a bot. He's on the left side. I'm going to bleed out Akashi. Nice one.
I got him.
There's one flanking on the 330, northwest side. Nice one.
One more right.
There should be, yeah, the guy was only knocked.
Now, when you're looking for enemies, what are you doing exactly? What are you thinking about?
So I'm trying to think inside the head of an enemy kind of thing. So I want to be able to like predict what he's thinking, where he'll be. Say there's obvious places. Say if I'm pushing a building, I'm going to be thinking, right, he's probably in one of the front windows. And if he's not there, he's waiting for me. He's probably, say I'm pushing this building, I know there's someone in there. He's probably just going to be at the top of the stairs here, where he's got a TPP advantage. Obviously, if you're defending a building, here's another spot that he might be waiting for you to come up. People, you want to kind of like be able to predict. That's why a really powerful trick you can use when pushing buildings is pre-firing. So obviously when you hit the fire button, the gun doesn't fire instantly. Like, it does take some time to start off sometimes, especially with like an AKM or something like that. So you want to pre-fire, and that's going to give you the advantage going into the fight. And that's all about really predicting, getting inside the head of the enemy and thinking, where, if I was the enemy, where would I be? And then hopefully you predict right. And if you do predict right and you pre-fire on the spot where he's going to peek you, then you're going to win that fight 100%.
Now, what's the balance, Danny, that you apply? First, get into the car. That you apply when pre-firing and revealing your own location, because sometimes you don't want to reveal your own location, but pre-firing is also useful. What's the balance?
Yeah, I think it really depends on the situation. Obviously, if you're pushing into someone's building, then they know you're there already. They can hear your footsteps. So that's not really a problem. Obviously, sometimes, say if you're fighting an enemy squad and then there's another enemy squad close by, you just hear them drive past or something like that. Sometimes it is wise just to put your finger off the trigger and not shoot just yet. Let the other squad pass. Well, we can get back in the car and we can just push straight to the apartments. So yeah, it depends on the situation. Obviously, sometimes you need to pre-fire, because if you don't pre-fire, then you're just going to get knocked anyway. So it's better for them to know where you are than for you just to get knocked anyway. But it's about, yeah, the situation that you're in. It's not really a one option fits all. So I think they're in the northeast buildings.
What you're saying is, if you have your location revealed, Opa! What? Me. There are 2 people. We're hiding there.
One more, Danny.
Oh, yeah. Messed that up. So,
I heard something.
should be one more. They were only knocked. So we're gonna go all together because.
Outside.
Oh, nice one.
One more outside. You can revive the
Revive here. Yeah, so that's another thing you should do. You should like predict. Obviously, we heard shots over here, so oh, that guy kind of knocked me. So we should predict that they probably are going to be camping. To be honest, I wouldn't normally expect them to be in this part of the building. I'd probably expect them to be on the staircase or something like that. But obviously, enemies is going to try and surprise you as well, so they're going to try and not be predictable. So that's why they are going to change positions and things like that. Okay, so we can go over to the drop. Yeah, maybe to the... Get out of my way, Nimrod. Oh no. Oh, there's enemy.
Poor guy.
He's dead, Neymar, he's dead. Relax. Angry Neymar.
There was one more. What did you mean?
Oh, there's one more, is there? No, I don't think there is.
There is.
Oh yeah, I saw him.
Where is he?
Yeah,
On the drop.
dead.
So that's another way you can spot out enemies if they go in the water. A good way to do it is to go under the water. If you go in yourself and go under the water, then it's really easy to see the enemies. It's a little trick from MVP Akashi.
Now, earlier we were speaking about pre-firing. What I sometimes like to do is to imitate as if your magazine is empty. So almost shooting like whole magazine, but keep like 1/4 or 1/3 of the bullets. The enemy peeks out because they think that you don't have any bullets, but that's the moment when you empty the rest of your magazine and you kill him.
Yeah, that strategy can work. Obviously, if they think you're out of bullets, then they're likely to push, or are likely to peek even. Another one I like to do is say you're pushing, like you're quite open. I'll give you a little example in a minute. Say if you pre-fire once, and then like they're not peeking into it, and then just stop pre-firing, and then as soon as you stop firing, then start firing again. and they're likely to think, oh, he stopped firing now, I'm going to go into the open, and then that's when your second pre-fire knocks the guy. That's another strategy that works really good, that's similar to the one you're saying there. Things like that, yeah, exactly. You don't want to be predictable, so, or especially you don't want to run out of bullets as well. So if you just keep firing and just hold the fire button, then you're going to run out of bullets, and it's going to be an easy knock for the enemy. You want to kind of like lure them in a sense, like trick them a little bit, like feel like, oh yeah, I've stopped firing now, come out and shoot me, and then as soon as they do that, they're going to get a face full of bullets. That's a really great thing to do, and not a lot of people expect that.
When you're driving, how are you looking for enemies and where are you looking?
I'm looking everywhere, to be honest, most of the time. Right now I was just following Neymad. He's obviously the front guy, so he's going to be the searcher, but I use my right thumb to change the camera angle. You can also use the eyeball, especially if they're behind you. But to be honest, I'd just use your right thumb. You don't really need to use the eyeball for driving, because you've just come from the way behind you, so you don't really need to look behind you, because you're moving so fast. No enemies are going to be moving as fast as you, unless they're chasing you, that is. But if they're chasing you, you'll hear the car engine. I just got some FPS drops.
What is that?
Okay, so we found some zombies. Okay, so we spotted out this guy. So let's go up. I reckon towards Royale, that's probably going to be the place most enemies are going to be right now.
At least one.
We do not have any fuel. There is a car.
They went this way, yeah? Over the hill.
Yeah.
Alright, gas. Oh, there they are. They just, yeah, we might be in a bit of trouble here. Don't shoot, don't shoot. So here, when we're pushing up, we're going to predict where the enemy is, and we're going to put our cursor where we think they're going to peek from. So then when we do scope in, it's right there, ready to get the knock. Here we go there. So we can use our pan, get rid of our footsteps. We can hear this guy, but he can't hear us. He's on the roof, I think, Akashi.
Not hit.
So we're using his footsteps to find out where he is.
Second floor.
Let's just push him, Akashi.
Get that.
Oops. Yeah, so he's here. People always camp here, so that's why. Say if I was running up the stairs over here. If I was running up, say if I've got Akashi here behind me, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to run up and I'm going to pre-fire like this, and I'm going to come over to the right. And the reason I go over to the right is because in order for him to kill me, he's going to have to step out like this, and then Akashi is just going to come and knock him from there. And if not, then I'm going to get up really close, and then obviously from here I can just like juke him out like that. So it's going to be an easy kill, especially because there's two of us. But always on that little doorway there, that's always where people love to camp in buildings like that, so be careful of that one. Definitely, if you are going up the stairs and you're on your own, definitely pre-fire that doorway. And also run to the right side like I just did there, because if you run to the right side, then it makes a better angle for you. He has to come out of his cover to shoot you, whereas if you run on the left side, then he's gonna have a better angle against you. He can show less of his body and have an easier target onto you. Oh, there's a guy there. There's one in this building here as well, next to us. So again, when we're pushing into the building, we're going to expect that he's probably on the stairs somewhere, so we're going to get ready for that. I'm going to wait till Akashi is down with me.
Enemies ahead.
Okay, now we're going to predict. Yeah, exactly. So he's on the staircase, and because we were expecting it, because we were ready for it, then we could easily get that kill. Yeah, just about. Sometimes you don't want to pre-fire too fast, like too early with the Uzi, because it runs out of bullets so fast. So it's better maybe if you love pre-firing a lot, you can take maybe an M7 or an AKM. But the thing is about an Uzi is it takes a lot less time to start firing once you hit that trigger button than the 762 guns like an AKM. So it makes up for the fact that you don't really pre-fire so much with it. But there again, as you can see, because I predicted he was going to be on the staircase, I could take that guy on 1v1.
Enemies ahead.
Push the car now.
There's a car.
It's not a spawn, I think.
No, I don't think it is a spawn. So there is a little trick you can do to spot enemies if they're in compounds as well. It might be a changed car, that's it. Someone just changed the car because there is a spawn there. Say, like for example, where's a compound? When you're quite... Oh, there's a flare over here, nice. So there's definitely going to be enemies here, so we're predicting where they're going to be. Probably on the roof or something, or upstairs in the... Oh no, just here. What?
It's just zombies.
It's just it's a zombie thing. Okay. Thought that was a weird outfit. So I think, was that an instant kill, that guy, or was there only a knock? There's one over there.
Right on the rock.
Enemies ahead.
I had to
On that
once
rock,
with
yeah.
AWM.
Nice job.
That's how you predicted where he could be. There were not many places that guy could have been.
Yeah, exactly. So pre-scoped in. Well, especially when Neymar told me where he was, I knew that when he peaked, his head was going to be above that rock, or even just down to the right or the left. So it was an easy assist for me. I could do some damage, and then obviously Akashi finished it off with a sniper, because Akashi was thinking exactly the same thing as me. So great job there. Yeah, but another trick I was saying, that say we're approaching a building here, as you see, like the buildings, they don't always render when you're far away. But if a building doesn't render, if someone's parked a car next to it, you'll notice that even if you're looking through the building, you can still see the car because the building doesn't render, but the car does. So say it's quite far. I think it's around 400 meters you need to be. So look, those end buildings, they don't render until I scope in. But if someone had a car there and I was just looking like this, I'd be able to see the car parked there. So say if it's in a compound or something like that, and the enemies have got all their cars parked, that's another way you can tell if people are in the compound, because you'll see the cars before you see the buildings. That's a sneaky trick. It works better on iPad, I think, than mobile, so for those iPad players out there, you're in luck. We're just going to drive around because we've only got 3 enemies left.
There's
Enemies
the
ahead.
You guys are left and right.
In
There's the drop behind us. Don't stop them.
Well, Neymar, you need to teach us how you spot enemies.
Enemies ahead.
So when you are giving call-outs to your teams, it's always useful to use the compass at the top, because it's the same for everyone. So then everyone knows exactly what you're talking about.
It's your enemy.
No, that's not my name.
This is...
He was there, but
One guy left.
So we can spot this guy as a team, and then we can pan him. If we throw some smoke grenades on him.
Any last tips before you finish off and go for a chicken dinner? Viewers, how they can spot enemies? Anything that you
think-
didn't cover?
The main tip is just to be really aware of what's going on around you. Obviously, the sound is the most important one. It's going to be the easiest way to locate your enemies, or at least give you a clue as to where they're going to be. And then it's just really like making sure you're using the eyeball when you're running around. You're not getting tunnel vision. I see so many players, they hear one shot and they forget all the other enemies on the map. So you need to make sure that you remember there's more than one enemy squad, or even more than 20 enemy squads on the map. So you do have to keep your guard up. Even if you do think, oh, the enemies are over here, remember to keep checking your back. I think that's it really, to be honest.
I highly recommend also checking out our other videos where we cover how to get on high places, especially in Miramar. That's a great way to spot enemies.
Exactly, when you're taking secret spots where enemies aren't going to expect you. We did a great video there where you can check out all the secret spots in Miramar, and they're just not going to expect you up there, and you can see for miles. So it's a great way to pick up easy kills.
So this last guy is not easy to spot.
No, because it's in a city finish, so he can just hide in the buildings. But when we do spot him, we're going to smoke him, throw smokes on him, and then we're going to pan him all together. Wherever he is. Did you go into these buildings over here?
Just few of them, not every single one. He's hit the shack.
Yeah, he's in here, he's in there. So we can smoke it out. Oh, he's on the roof, look. Is he stuck? I think he's stuck, look. He's stuck, he's stuck. He's stuck. Don't kill him, Neymar. Oh, Neymar. Always ruining all the fun. But there you have it, guys. That was how you spot out enemies and what tips the pros are using to spot out their enemies. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. Remember to like and also subscribe to our channel so you're always staying up to date and you're improving your PUBG Mobile gameplay. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.